I started early. I started early. So
You started early. So is that you telling me you fucked it up?
I fucked it up. I own it. I own it. I own that I fucked it up.
You owned it. It happened. It's fine. We're here.
We're
It
here. We're
happened.
functional.
It's
It's
fine.
early. It's fine. Hi everybody.
Welcome
Welcome.
back to Oddities.
That's right. I'm Cassie,
And I'm Kelly.
and welcome back to Strangetown.
Strange Town. Bum, bum, bum.
As per usual, all of the information needs in the description. Our social media, our Patreon. If you'd like to donate to our shit, please do. Our merch.
If you want bonus episodes, it's all down there.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, Patreon people who are interested in being Patreon people, for as low as $1 a month, you'll get a bonus episode every week. It's a video episode available only to patrons, so consider
and you can
that.
hear Cassie's wonderful intro that she's created all by herself.
I should probably
Only on Patreon.
I should probably quit my job and become a DJ. I probably
You
should.
could just you can make big bucks doing that.
Big bucks. Yeah. I mean, I can see it now. Yeah. So, love that for me. So yeah, consider donating to our show, please. And if you're unable, that's cool too. We get it. Times suck. Also, though, if you could take a moment to please leave a kind review on whatever platform you are listening on, that would be much appreciated. If you choose to leave a negative review, please be aware that we will continue to make fun of you for centuries to come. But you kind of brought it upon yourself.
And that's that.
And that's all I had to say about that. How are you, bestie?
I am good. It has been a crazy, hectic week. Mind melting. You know that. Got a whole bunch of family visiting right now, which that's not crazy and hectic, but getting ready for them was.
That is crazy and
hello
hectic,
family,
though.
if you're listening.
Having visitors is like, as much as you love having guests or whatever, like, it's just exhausting.
It is, but I finally got to meet my baby niece, and I've been soaking in every single minute of baby niece cuddles, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but like, she loves me, so.
Well, of course she does. Why would she not?
And it's been wonderful, and it's been great, and it's been marvelous, and
Marvelous?
we're gonna have marvelous. I don't know exactly what word I was going for there,
It's fabulous and marvelous all at once. Marvelous.
We're having a barbecue Father's Day. Her birthday was earlier this week. My youngest is later this week, so we're tying them in all together.
Shoop de whoop.
Yeah, and it's just very exciting. And also, happy Father's Day to my dad. I know you're listening. Happy Father's Day to Cassie's dad.
Yes.
I know you're listening. Happy Father's Day to my husband. I know you're listening. So
Happy Father's Day, fathers, to all the fathers in all their many forms.
yes, happy Father's Day to the fur dads, the real dads.
They're
all real dads.
The real ones.
The dog dads, the cat dads,
the dads to
the
be.
ones with the 2 legs, the 4 legs, the 3 legs, the 1 legs,
All the legs.
all the legs,
Or none legs at all.
the wing legs,
Yeah, yep.
the wing legs, the arm legs. What are wings?
Wings are arms in my mind. I don't know, though.
Mine too.
Yeah.
They've got to be, right?
Well, yeah, because they have little feet to, like, you know.
This is why we
Science,
need YouTube.
bitch. Yeah.
Because people need to see what Cassie just did.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly. Okay. But I actually have, speaking of animals, I have a very important question for Cassie that's been burning all week for me.
Okay.
If I was an animal, what animal would you associate me with? What animal would I be, Cassie?
I don't know, because, like, my knee jerk is to be like, oh, well, you love dolphins, so I should say dolphins. But I kind of picture you as, like, a little bear.
I love it.
Do you love that? Is that a good answer?
I do love that.
I think it suits you.
That's the first time. That's the first time I've been told I'm a bear.
Oh,
I've been called porcupine.
a porcupine? I don't know.
I've been called raccoon.
I don't know.
I've been called Japanese raccoon, mainly because they have big balls. I'm dead serious.
Well, I do like that.
And I was called a pig because pigs are loving and caring.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I don't know that I agree with really any of those personally. Otherwise, I would have answered them. I mean, I don't even have to ask the question because one of our listeners has been kind enough to call me a silly, prattling little cow. So, moo.
Just again, I wish people could see what I see because it's just the moo.
Moo. What would you
Moo.
answer for me?
Um, Part of me goes no knee jerk for me, dolphin,
Really?
because I could feel like you could slap people with your tail,
Oh, it's a handy appendage.
but then also other part of me, parrot.
A
But I don't know
parrot?
why parrot.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm
Because
going with dolphin.
well no because you're very intelligent,
Oh, why thank you.
and I think you could do things as a parrot.
You know what? I could probably go places as a parrot.
But see, also intelligent, dolphin.
Dolphins are also intelligent. Damn. You've made me look at things in a new light. I don't know. I don't know which of those I'd pick.
Knee jerks.
These are the big questions. We're gonna
Yeah.
revisit this though on the Patreon.
But on that note, how was your week?
My week was fine. I was actually a little under the weather most of the week because, and I'll tell you why. I think I accidentally entered ketosis.
Oh?
And I felt awful. And like then one night I was very much unwell, and I think I had keto flu, and that occurred to me. And so I said, I'm going to eat a bunch of carbs. And then within 30 minutes, I felt much better. So therefore, I think we have the answer to our question.
Okay. I hate this, but I love that you went. This just goes back to what I just said. You're so intelligent.
Thank you.
But I love that you. I think I have keto flu. Let me go eat carbs. What did you eat? I need to know.
Sushi.
Great choice.
Delish. We still got our protein in there. We still got some veggies, but I had some carbs too, and I felt much better. And I've been much more cognizant of
But
the...
like, as far as carbs go, you chose like the healthiest version of carbs too.
If it was brown rice sushi, maybe, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Could have been worse.
Omega-3s.
Could have been
Like,
worse.
I was expecting, like, I don't know, a BLT sandwich,
Oh, okay, yeah.
cheeseburger, Philly cheesesteak. Like, I don't know.
Oh, mama, yeah. I would have liked all of those. But yeah,
I've got keto flu. Give me some carbs.
give me some sush, baby. And literally within 30 minutes, I was back to normal. So I think I had a wee touch of the keto flu. And I've been much more cognizant ever since to be more balanced with what I'm doing. And I'm fine now. So snaps for me.
That's a wee bit scary, but I'm so glad like you figured it out really quick.
Thank you. I felt
Like,
terrible.
Yeah, snaps for you.
Yeah, keto flu is a real thing, and kids like to people who are doing the ketogenic diet, I wasn't trying to, but alas, I don't know. I mean, good for you, but also it's awful that first round of it. I guess apparently eventually you get through it, but I'm not interested in doing that. So
Yeah.
but I was like headaches, stomach pains, back pains, extreme fatigue. I mean, I was checking all the boxes on it, so. And now we're back, baby.
And I bounced right back.
And I'm like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Here we are. Aside from that, we're finally hanging up some things in my office. My office is becoming increasingly cool as we progress, if I do say so myself.
Your office is beautiful.
Thank you. And I ordered some really cool shelves for behind me. So they've shipped. I'm very excited. I think that's really it. My birthday's in 11 days, although this is coming out. I don't remember what date this is coming out. We've passed it, I think.
This comes out. I have it literally in front of me and I can't seem to read when this is coming out. This comes out after your birthday.
After my birthday. Okay, well, happy belated birthday
Like
to me.
literally 2 days after. So
Happy birthday to me. And my
happy
coworker,
birthday, Cassie.
I don't know if you can see this. My one coworker, she sent me a
That's
gift.
so pretty.
I'll tell you what it is. It's really cool. It's my name, but all the letters are connected into kind of like, I don't know if you've seen this, like some people make it a logo, some people make it whatever, but yeah, so she sent
That's a really great logo.
She sent my thank you. My brand.
Can I make one guess as to which coworker this was?
Okay.
Hannah?
No, it was not. That's a good guess. Actually, I don't think you've ever heard about this coworker, but she's wonderful and she's becoming a dear friend. So
I was so confident.
you were, and this is a Hannah thing too, but no, it was not our Hannor. It was a different coworker of mine. She's on my like direct team that I'm a part of, and she's. I'm not going to say her name because I don't. I mean, I don't know that she listens to this, but I also don't like. We don't like to name drop on here without permission because people are crazy.
That's fair.
You know, and while the Odd Fam is Trey cool, you never know when a psycho just might drive by. You know.
I'll take that name out during editing.
Oh, it's okay. Hannah's been on the show, so it's okay.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's the only thing that I can really share is that I no longer feel like I have one foot in the grave, so we're happy about that, and here we be. Oh, and Corey and I, one other thing, we had a fun little date night afternoon yesterday. We went to, there's this cute little store in downtown area of where I live called Retro and Rad, and it's all 80s and 90s like pop culture stuff. They also have old games. We picked up, are you ready for this? For the Nintendo 64, we picked up Pokemon Snap, where you ride around, you take pictures of, oh my god, it was like going back to my childhood. I used to fucking love that game. It's so much fun. So we played that, and then we had fondue night.
I really enjoyed that photo, actually. I was like, ooh.
Did you see the little steam? Oh, yeah. It was fun, so that's all. Now I'm done.
Before we jumped on here, I told you that I made this balloon waterfall thing for my niece for her birthday. Last night I was working on it. I was working on it with Michael and their brother. And I was like blowing up balloons. And I was like, by the way, you freaked out Cassie and Corey last night. And he's like, what did I do?
You freaked out Cassie and Corey last night.
I was like, oh, you have a doppelganger. He's like, what? And I was like,
you better believe it, bitch.
I was like, you made them both do a double take. And he's like, okay, I have a doppelganger, but I didn't do anything.
You made them.
I just thoroughly enjoyed that whole conversation I had.
Dude, it was wild. Like, we straight up saw Michael in the grocery store, I swear to God.
And I just thought it was hilarious that you both had to do a double take.
Both of us. And it was like we did a double take, and then we were like walking in silence for a few seconds, and I was like, "Did you see that?" So yeah, that was a good time.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, signature 13 minutes
signature
in,
13,
so I guess we better get it in.
Let's party. I think I started last time with the Nazis.
Nazis?
The Nazis and the occult. So would you like to start this time?
Sure, mine's on the shorter end.
Mine too. No, it isn't.
Alrighty.
Just kidding. I have 13 pages now, but a lot of them are pictures for me, so it's fine.
All right.
We're good.
Well, I'm talking about the Dover Demon.
Demon! Excellent.
It's an apparent creature of some sort that was only seen a handful of times in the 70s.
Well, okay, we can say right, drug induced.
Guess why.
Drugs, baby.
Okay, the Dover Demon. Dover, Massachusetts.
Oh.
It was an eerie human-like creature, only standing 4 feet tall.
Oh, it's a little guy.
Witnesses say it has a watermelon-shaped head.
Oh?
Orange glowing eyes. No nose, no mouth.
Oh, I don't like the lack of nose or mouth.
Long limbs and like 4 fingers. 4 long fingers and 4 long toes.
Wow, this does sound drug-induced, does it not? I mean, does this not sound like maybe a bad trip?
The The first time the Dover demon was spotted was by 17-year-old William Barlett. On April 21st, 1977, Barlett was driving along Farm Street around 10 p.m. when he saw the creature on top of a broken stone wall. 2 hours later, according to news accounts from that time, John Baxter, 15, was walking home from his girlfriend's house when he got within 15 feet of the creature along a creek in a heavily wooded area along Miller Road Hill.
Okay. Heavily wooded.
Yeah. At midnight the next night, Abby Brabham, 15, was
They're all teenagers.
driving home. Yep. With her boyfriend when she spotted the creature sitting upright on Springdale Avenue.
Okay.
A drawing made by Baxter showed a humanoid figure with large eyes standing by a tree. Bartlett's large-eyed creature crawled with tendril-like fingers.
Tendrils. Spooky. Spookala bookala.
Across the stone wall. I, Bill Barlett, swear on a stack of Bibles I saw the creature. He wrote on the sketch the location of the sightings, plotted on a map, laid straight line over 2 miles long. All the sightings were made in the vicinity along water.
Water,
So
okay.
that was the common factor.
I swear to fucking God, is this the Sandhill fucking crane? I swear to fucking God. All right, carry on. It's fine.
No sightings have been reported since.
I'll tell you what. There's a few things that I think before you go further. One, drugs. But two, it's not bothering anybody. So what is it? It's just like hanging out, right?
Yeah.
You know?
It's not bothering anybody, but it has haunted it's haunted specifically William Barlett his entire life.
Oh, I feel bad. He's probably in like therapy for it. I mean, I'd honestly, if I saw shit like that, I'd probably be like, well, that's enough I need to talk to somebody. The audacity.
The following year, Barlett said he was parked in a car with his girlfriend when he heard a thump on his car.
Oh?
He made out a small figure leaving the scene. He remains unsure who or what banged on the car. He said though it could have been a youngster playing a prank.
Yeah.
Farm Street on recent evening could have been a modern day Sleepy Hollow.
Ooh.
I like that little link.
Yeah.
With woods lining the fieldstone walls, and what little light was coming from the moon. Since at least 17th century, the vicinity, the second oldest road in Dover, has been associated with strange occurrences.
I wonder what else is going on in Dover?
This is the other thing. I couldn't find much information on this little quote from somebody from this little thing that I got from an article.
Okay.
In his 1914 town's history, Dover Farms, Frank Smith writes this. In the early times, this road went around a picturesque Polka rock, which was called for the man by name, of whom is remembered that amid the superstitions of age, he thought he saw a satanic majesty.
Oh, what is a satanic majesty? Is that
Maybe
King
it's
Stan?
Humanoid figured.
Maybe. King Stan, by the way, is Satan. That's what I'm calling him. King Stan. Demons. I have to tell you one little factoid because I think we've got this solved. The Sandhill crane is about 4 feet tall.
Okay.
I swear to fucking God. Where did this happen?
Maybe it is the Sandhill crane.
This is in Massachusetts?
Yeah. Dover. Cassie's researching.
I just want to know if
she's...
Sandhill cranes appear ready to give Massachusetts a go. I think they're in. I think you can find them in Massachusetts. Granted, this was the 70s. Listen, There's a weird theme throughout this podcast, and it's the sandhill crane.
And Hill Crane.
All right, carry on. Tell us more about the demon.
So, amid the superstitions of age, he thought he saw the satanic majesty
Right, King
as he
Stan.
was riding on horseback by his scheduled spot,
Giddy up.
which
Right.
apparently was along the farm street
Okay.
where
Yeah.
this spot
watermelon
was, right?
creature.
The location has long been looked upon as one in which treasures are hid.
Ooh. Okay.
But why would anyone should go so far inland to hide treasures? It has never been told. However, there's been at times unmistakable evidence of considered digging in the immediate vicinity of the rock. There's like the stone walls.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
And that stone wall, this
Hanging out on.
this creature, this cryptid,
Dare we say it? This demon.
is where it was spotted. So,
Oh, is it a guardian of the treasure?
maybe.
I had a history professor
Is
in
it
college.
the satanic majesty?
King Stan. I had a history professor in college who would say treasure like treasure. And the amount of times that I've almost said treasure as a result of that class. Treasure. And instead of fascist, it was fascist. And dagger was dagger. So, that's all. It's a fun
Alrighty
little trip down history for me.
Love that.
Yeah. Wow. So what do you think?
Well, now you make me think it's the sandal crane.
I mean, I think it kind of I think it might be some kind of a weird ass animal. It's the not deer. What if?
Oh.
I also think maybe these kids were high.
I would like to also point out the Bartlett, it has haunted him his whole life.
Poor dude.
Like every Halloween, the story always gets brought up. He always gets called for interviews.
Oh man. Okay.
It gets popular in cryptid magazines. It gets popular in like cryptid encyclopedias. Like the story has followed him his whole life, and he wishes it would just go away.
Yeah.
He without a doubt, he goes, I know I saw something. I won't ever change my story. But he hates that he constantly gets made fun of, and he hates that no matter what, and he's well into his 50s now.
Yeah.
60s?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He was a teenager in the 70s.
Yeah. So
60s.
that I kind of feel bad for now.
Yeah.
You know, that does suck.
That does suck. Well, they don't need to make fun of him. Like if he believes he saw it, he saw it. I mean, I have to wonder though, like was he on drugs?
It was the 70s.
I mean, it was the 70s. Like, I mean,
there are things to play in here.
Like, I mean, I can, but like, if he genuinely believes he saw it, then he genuinely believes he saw it. But I can't help but wonder, did he see like maybe a strange animal and he was just like high as a kite? Because
makes you wonder.
I mean,
but were the other people also?
Probably, because it was the 70s.
Probably. It was the 70s. So.
I don't know, maybe. That's pretty wild. That's pretty bananas. And then again though, this goes back to the thing of it's like, yeah, for sure freaky to see, but at least it was just hanging out. Like it wasn't, it wasn't like, it was just doing its own thing. It was minding its own business.
It definitely, you know what the creature reminds me of?
What's that? I'm gonna look it up.
Have you ever seen the show American Dad?
No, I've not, but I know about American Dad.
Okay, the alien thing that they have as a family member.
Let me look at Oh God, yes, that's exactly right. You know who did? I'm pretty sure. You know what? Anna and I may have been on this episode. I can't recall this point, but we've had him on the show in the past. It's Josh from Out There, a Cryptid podcast. Okay. He's covered this. So guys, if you're interested too in learning, more about it as well, feel free to go listen. But you're 100%. That's exactly what it looks like. This to me though, damn, I don't know. To me, like this could be any number of, because it's nighttime, right? All this happened at nighttime, so like the dark skews things. If you're driving, the cars were shitty.
Your
Like
eyes get messed up.
you're high.
You see
Like
weird things.
I mean, yeah, I do feel bad though that the one guy's been like haunted by this. That sucks. And also like fuck the people
Yeah.
making fun of him. Like everybody just kick rocks. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Damn. What an interesting topic though. Well done you.
This is thanks to Cousin Nathan. So
Thanks,
thank you, Cousin Nathan.
The Dover Dimmin.
And the Dova Demon. Damon.
Wow. And King Stan. This has become a very this is a very cryptid creature episode.
Yep.
Spookala bookala.
I did really love everything that I looked at, every article that I looked at. It was not once referred to as a cryptid.
Oh.
And I found that interesting. The only website I didn't look it up on was the Cryptid Encyclopedia. And I decided I decided not to look it up on there solely because everything I had looked up, like research wise, it just wasn't referring to, and I was like, I kind of dig that obviously
they've left it open ended.
Yeah, obviously it is a cryptid, but I'm like, I love that it's not being referred to one.
Yeah.
Personally, so I'm just purposely not gonna go to that website.
The thing, yeah, that's fine. The thing that boggles me whenever we cover cryptids, right, is like there's always these short windows of time where people see these things and then it's nothing again. And it's like, well, why? If it's real, did it like die? Or like where did it go? Like what? For example,
did it find its treasure and run?
Did it find its treasure and peace out? Like, because I would. I mean, it's the same thing with like Bigfoot. There haven't been any Bigfoot sightings in a while. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the thing with cryptids. To me, it's like, where'd they go?
Where did you go?
I miss you so. Exactly. So that's the thing with cryptids always that like gives me pause is it's like, well, why do we have these like short bursts and then nothing? I don't know.
Nothing.
Just strange to me.
Strange.
So speaking of spookala bookala, which by the way, the term spookala bookala made it into the work podcast that I do. Courtesy of Jordy. Jordy dropped it in there. And I have I've been thinking about this. I've decided that the plural of spookala bookala would be spookale bookale.
Spookale bookale.
Like
fancy.
Very Latin, right? Mm. Yeah. So, anywhoozles, I'm covering the Kappa. This is from listener Angelos. Thank you, listener Angelo.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And actually, he's sending a bunch, so more to come. But I'm covering the Kappa. So the Kappa is, like I said, it's this cryptid creature figure. It once had a very terrifying reputation for dragging people to their death underwater and devouring their organs.
Oh, dear God.
But after like the 50s, there's been like a turn, and now it's like this like cute, humorous character. So we love a redemption arc. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Kappa are among Japan's most famous what's called yokai. Probably said it wrong, but they're basically like beasts or like these beloved figures, cryptids, if you will, whatever. They show up a lot apparently in like manga, anime, and other entertainment, but they also appear in like TV commercials, like promotional mascots. They're just like, so now they're just like they're like a pop culture phenomenon, whatever. But anyway, it's a shared image in Japan, and this appearance and characteristics and things like that. So contemporary Japanese people typically visualize the Kappa as having like this green, hairless body. It's shaped like that of a human child, which right off the bat kind of wigs me out. Yeah, we don't love it. Mm-hmm. They have smooth, circular dishes on their heads. And then there's a hair type of thing growing around it. They have pointed beaks like birds, and usually the beak is yellow. And then on their backs, they have what looks like kind of a turtle shell, and on their hands and feet are like webbed. So like obviously it's like this aquatic type of creature. They are said to live in rivers and ponds, And in the past, the original form of all of this is they would catch hold of the feet of swimmers and drag them to like the depths where they would die. And despite this like crazy activity, now, like I said, the Kappa of today are often seen like as cartoonish figures, but and mostly like mischievous. So it is said that there is EDO influence around this. So today's idea of a Kappa, where it's this cartoonish thing, it's coalesced pretty recently, like from the 19th to the 20th century, and it's pretty remote from the former traditions. Even the names of the creatures themselves once varied by region. In the Edo period, they were known as Kawataro or Gataro in the Kamigata area around Kyoto and Osaka. In Tohoku, they were Midochi. In, I'm going to fuck it up, Hokuriku, they were Mizushi. And in Chicago, not Chicago,
Keep going. You're doing great.
Shugoku and Shikoku, they were called Enko. And in Kyushu, they were Hayusube. Why did I write that sentence like that? Why did I do that?
I don't know, but you nailed it.
Thank you. Anyway, I don't speak Japanese clearly, but until the 18th century, Kamigata was Japan's cultural center. And so thus at that time, documents used the term Kawataro when they referred to the Kappa. And it was noted only as a regional variation of it. And then in the 19th century, there came the rise of like woodblock printing, and that gave Edo, now Tokyo, this like lead in publishing, and it brought with it a complete cultural shift. And so the Edo variant Kappa became more mainstream, and that's why we now know it as the Kappa instead of the Kawataro, sorry. So anyway, they were thought of as like mammals, like monkeys or otters until the 18th century, rather than a reptile or amphibian creature. But the 15th century dictionary Kagakushu describes how and when otters became older, they actually turned into Kawaro, which is the oldest reference on record to the Kappa. So the whole argument of back in the 15th century was like, actually, they're grown-up otters, and they become this weird fucking creature. Okay? So anyway, the term Kawaro for Kappa is also found in the Japanese-Portuguese dictionary compiled by Jesuit missionaries in Nagasaki in 1603. So we're going way fucking back. This is crazy, right? And so it's defined as a monkey-like creature that lives in rivers. And then come the 19th century, Kappa with turtle shells became predominant. Just as with the word Kappa itself, this was due to the Edo influence. It had to do with the printed materials and visual media. And it just kind of, over time, like the Edo conventions started depicting the Kappa with pointed beaks, the shells, the bodies with like, it kind of like turtle-like sort of. Somebody put it in like a manga series, I guess, if you want to. I don't know anything about manga. Are they series? I don't know. Anyway.
Okay.
There's no evidence of previous traditions for like a green Kappa or connections with amphibians, but the webbed feet and similarity in outline to young children, apart from the head, suggest that some artists chose like frogs as models for these creatures. It's like a frog-turtle hybrid. Anyway, and then it becomes sort of this cute thing, and it shows up in illustrated books. Like they're depicted as comical figures now. Like they're like the original terrifying nature of them is just like toned down at this point, and it's just like this cute thing that shows up. And so anyway, the transformation over time, it's obviously made it into this like very different beast from what it originally was. As I mentioned, they were once said to drag humans, cattle, and horses into the water and devour their inner organs. And Shirikodama, which is a mythical ball inside of the anus.
Oh.
First of all, I just need to stop and ask, like, Japan, are you okay? You guys have some crazy fucking shit. Like, I mean, really, are you okay? That's all. Anyway, this is very gross, they would rape women and force them to have their children. Or they would, like, make people crazy and, like, drive them mad and make them sick. So really, they were just, like, terrible and awful. In folklore, Kappa are commonly said to enjoy sumo, which may seem superficially charming, but not if they then pull their defeated humans beneath the water and, like, eat them. So, just saying.
Yeah.
Then, even these, like, frightening, like, cryptids themselves, sometimes, like, it's said that they could bring people benefits. So, like, they would be worshipped at some shrines. There's a legend is that in a number of areas, it tells of a kappa that had its hand chopped off after touching a woman's bottom while she was in the toilet. Once again, Japan, are you okay? Anyway,
Do we need to talk?
do we need to okay, boundaries. Anyway, in exchange for receiving the hand again, the kappa shared the secret of how to make a miraculous medicine. And then in another story, the kappa tries to drag a horse into the water, but then instead it pulls itself up onto the land, and it's only forgiven after swearing that it will never try to drown the villagers and the horses and their cattle. And anyway, with the latter kind of story, there's sometimes records of like a creature's promise, or in some cases, it's celebrated as like a water deity. Anyway, the stories are kind of reminiscent of Japan's ancient legends from like the ages of gods, and like with the kappa as like this sort of this natural spirit. And Japanese people of that day were in awe of nature, and they sought to gain sort of the measure of control over its threats by giving it this like concrete form. So some would say arguably that's what the kappa is. It represents the terrors of like water, like bodies of water, so rivers, ponds, oceans, and it's only like needed one mistaken act for even the best of swimmers to drown. And so then it's argued, of course, that the kappa were invented to caution people against like carelessness. And even today, no swimming signs beside like ponds and rivers, they usually include illustrations of the kappa. And so despite their cute appearance, they still convey a warning. And that, my friends, is a very distilled down version of the kappa. Honestly, what it reminds me of, and I think this is kind of the case, I would argue, for like a lot of cryptids, like it kind of reminds me, for example, like the Jersey Devil, or like, I don't know, some of the other ones that we've covered. It's like, it's more of like, or Il Silban, like you just covered, like,
Yeah.
it's like a warning. It's a, kind of like the original fairy tales
Yeah.
for kids. Like, it's like a don't, like, let's not fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that's the kappa. But really, mostly the biggest takeaway is Japan. Are you okay?
Are you okay? Do we need to talk?
Because some of that was it's pretty gross, and just are we all right?
I'm left with a lot of questions.
The butt ball. I mean, what was the kappa doing?
I
in
learned
the
some
toilet?
things that I don't know that I wanted to learn.
And yet here we are.
Here we are.
That's what we do.
You know what?
Here on Oddities.
That is a regular theme with Oddities. I'm left with.
We're learning things we don't want to know. Do I believe in the kappa? No. I think probably like a lot of it can be explained. Either it was a storytelling device. It was. I like the argument too that it was like this embodiment of nature and natural forces, and like you should be afraid of like Mother Nature and like all of that. Also, maybe somebody just saw like a really fucked up turtle. Also, like maybe it's like their version of like sirens or something like that, or like mermaids.
Ooh.
There wasn't any singing involved, but whatever. I don't know. But the whole concept of like taking people and dragging them to the depths. Yeah.
Have you? I'm curious if your For You page is similar to mine. My For You page is filled with siren sightings right now.
Oh, shut up! Mine is too.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe we should cover it.
In sync.
Of course we are. We always are. My favorite thing is we send each other videos back and forth, and then it's always like, yeah, I just saw this one. We always have the same thing.
That is a very common thing
for
us, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, so I mean this was a rockin' episode as per usual. So everybody, let us know what you think. Is the Dover Demon really just a drug-induced like sandhill crane sighting?
Yeah.
And really, I think the ultimate question is Japan, are you okay? I mean, I don't know. Do you believe in the kappa? I don't think it's a real thing.
No, because I'm left with more questions and concern.
How did it get in the toilet?
Yeah. That's also reminding me of something. You know what? It's reminding me of some sort of movie, and that movie was based off of a Japan thing, so that makes sense, actually.
Was it The Grudge?
Was it The Grudge?
I don't know. I feel like some freaky shit happens.
I remember somebody crawling out of a toilet.
Somebody's in the toilet, right? I'm pretty sure it was The Grudge. She's also like The Grudge also comes out of the back of somebody's head in the shower. Like Japan, really?
Yeah.
Like, you good?
Are you okay?
Yeah. I watched a Japanese horror movie with Corey the other day. Was it called Remember? And that one was fucking freaky as hell too. It was pretty funny though in some parts, but yeah, anyway. long story short, if you guys really want a wild time, apparently look to Japanese horror shit because what the fuck.
There you go.
And I guess stay away
Well,
from bodies of water, and if you go treasure hunting, expect to see this watermelon-headed alien thing from American Dad. And, until next time,
stay
stay
strange.
strange.